Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Oh, my phone's going off. I think that is Megan. So today is day 1000. Oh my gosh, guys, I have been vlogging for 1000 days, and that is amazing. I don't really have anything too exciting going on today. I went to work earlier and then I hung out with Jordy and ran some errands to keep her company. So I thought I had been filming my Throughout the Years series, and I had uploaded Throughout the Years kindergarten, first grade, all the way up to 8th grade. So today I'm going to upload my Throughout the Years ninth grade video. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it is interesting to you, and please comment below if you guys like that kind of video. I do have a whole playlist of those other ones, so if you haven't caught my Throughout the Years videos from my younger years, you can go ahead and watch them all in a playlist, or you can just like scroll back through and try to find them. Best of luck to you. But there is a playlist of all of them, and I will link this video to it. I did film it a while ago. Let's see, it looks like I filmed it in January of 2012, so I don't think I remember too much what I said, but it's about what happened to me in ninth grade. So because of that, I don't think it changed too much. If I filmed it now, I might remember slightly different things than then. But if you guys have any questions about anything I tell you, please also comment those below. And I know you can't do video responses on YouTube anymore, so feel free to make a video and, link it in the comments, or just send me an email telling me you made it, or write down in the comments what you were doing ninth grade year of your life and what you were up to. And I hope you love it. So happy 1000 days of vlogging to me, guys, and a happy Tuesday to you, and thank you so much for being here on this journey with me. I hope you like this video, and go on back through the playlist if you did, and watch all the rest of them. And if it gets enough views, I will upload my Throughout the Years 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade, and even a college one. So, like I said, you guys like it, I'll give you more. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, how's it going? So this video is going to be my Throughout the Years ninth grade video, and in the school that I went to, because I was living in Israel when I was in ninth grade, the middle school was 7th, 8th, and ninth. So I did 6th and 7th in America in middle school, and then I did 8th and ninth in Israel in middle school. So I was in middle school for 4 years without failing a grade. Kind of interesting, I suppose. Okay, so in my ninth grade year, I was about to turn 14 years old. I had recently taken up smoking, which is terrible and disgusting. As I had said, I had lost all of my friends when I was in 8th grade. And the cool thing was I was finally the oldest kid in the school. I was looking forward to being that in 8th grade in America, and of course I moved away, so I was the equivalent of a 7th grader in status for 2 years in a row. So in ninth grade, I was one of the oldest kids in the school, even though, like I said, because my birthday's at the end of the year, I really wasn't. I did definitely younger than kids the grade below me, which is an example of something. Oh, look, there's a Fred in my lap. I don't know if you guys can see him. I'll lift him up for you. Here's Fred. He just leapt. Anyway, let's see. So when I was in ninth grade, I spent a lot of time that I was supposed to be in class in the library. They had pretty much given up on me and given up on trying to teach me Hebrew at that point, because I was just so rebellious about being in my classes, and I didn't bother turning in any work, so they didn't really bother even like wasting their time on me. In Israel, they are very informal in school, and you call your teacher by their first name, which made it, I guess, easier for me to be insubordinate or rude to them. So I would just be like, forget this, I'm bored, and I'd walk out of the class whenever I wanted. I was like sitting behind the school and like smoking cigarettes on the school campus, and I didn't care at all about anything. I don't even think it was like to be cool or to be caught or any of that. It was just because I didn't care. So anyway, I was in ninth grade, and I was sitting in the school library, and I think I was reading a book. I think it was like a Bruno and Boots book by Gordon Corman, and I really liked those when I was younger. That school seemed like a lot more fun than the school I was going to. It's a series about a set of boarding schools in Canada, and on one side of the road there's a boys' boarding school, and on the other side of the road there's a girls' boarding school, and they have adventures. So it's kind of like Harry Potter with no magic, I guess. Anyway, I was reading one of those, and this girl walks up to me, and she says, "Are you American?" in English, like perfectly unaccented English, and I said, "Yes, I am." And she said, "I'm from Canada, but I've lived in Israel for a year, and I used to live in this other town, or no, I still live in this other town, but I'm going to this school now, and can I sit with you and talk to you?" And I was like, okay. Very friendly girl. I was very lonely, like I said. I was hanging out with my younger sister's friends at that point, because my core group had told me I was too immature for them and to go away. And so I got to talking to this girl, and she was telling me how she had been in Israel for a year from Canada, and she had been going to this school. Oh no, Freddie, don't get on the makeup counter. Oh, okay, sorry guys. Had to avert a crisis because he would have gotten into the makeup and knocked stuff everywhere, and it would have been awful. He's probably gonna come back. Anyway, this girl had been going to school in her other town with these two other girls who were from Orange County, which is in California, about 45 minutes an hour away from where I live right now, where I've grown up. And she said that those two girls were her good friends at the other school and that they moved to my town, to Ra'anana, and that even though her town was about 20 minutes away, she was taking the bus to school here every day because, sorry, there's like a cat fur on my face now, thanks to Fred. So, sorry for touching my face so much. I should be able to stop now. So she was going to be going to my school because those two girls were moving to my town and they were going to be going to my school, and she didn't know anybody else and didn't want to start making new friends. So here she was. And yet she had made a new friend because she and I were hanging out. So we hung out, and then a couple weeks later the other girls showed up, the two. They were sisters, of course, and they were really cool. One of them was a grade below me but a month older than me, you know, because of the whole, like, what schools we went to and whatever, like. So anyway, yeah, grade below me, a month older than me. And then the other one was a grade above me and about a year and a couple months older than me. And they were really cool. They were American. We used to ditch school at their house all the time. This is so bad. I feel so bad telling this. Like, most kids are like, oh, I was in pep squad and I was like in the key club and I was on, you know, whatever. And I'm just like, yeah, we used to totally just ditch. And this is what we did. This is what I did. I was not the most school oriented child. And once I figured out how to get away with it, it's like, why bother going? You hate it there anyway. So I spent most of ninth grade at these girls' house, sometimes with my younger sister Karen, sometimes just me and the two girls, and we would like order bagels and coffee from this little delivery place down the way. And we'd sit there and have coffee, bagels, talk, bond. Sometimes we'd just like walk around on the street instead of going to school, went into a lot of little shops and stuff. We made a group of friends within that, just from the two of them coming. There was another boy that was just recently moved from South Africa, and then he had a friend who he had been friends with in South Africa who became part of our group. So we ended up just like making this gigantic group with like people in 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, and 10th grade. And just there were a bunch of us running around together. There was no curfew in Israel, so we spent a lot of nights out all night, either at the beach in Herzliya or the beach in Tel Aviv. Or in our town there was not a beach, but we would go to the park or like go to the fields. There was this abandoned bus and some abandoned buildings, and I had so much fun when I lived in Israel. I was so mad that I had to be there. I was so resentful that my family had taken me there because I didn't want to be there, but by then I was just starting to really, really enjoy it, and even though it wasn't my first choice, it was a huge growing experience for me. It totally made me the person I am now. I got all of my earrings done when I was in Israel around the time that I'm talking about now. You can see those. And then I have more on the other side, but I have two more on this side than this side. So anyway, yeah, they were real cheap to get there, so most of them are from when I lived in Israel. And I I was, they called us the Freaks. So that was like, I guess similar to Freaks here. It was kind of like hippie-ish, metal-ish, rock and roll, like, you know, just everything all mixed together, like anything counterculture in one. That was us. We'd walk around barefoot, we smoked cigarettes, we played in the park at night, and we were pretty good kids, you know. We really weren't doing too much crazy stuff, or at least I wasn't, but it was a fun time in my life. Let's see. So that was mostly what ninth grade was comprised of, and then just at the end of the year, just when I was starting to really be happy, you know, I had these good friends, and they lived really close by me, and I had this huge group of people. The two girls moved back to America, and I was like shattered because I didn't know what to do with myself. They were gone, and that was like my base of friends. And then Sierra and her younger sister also moved back to America, so I didn't even have her younger sister Katie to hang out with, who was Karen's best friend at the time. So like pretty much simultaneously we lost all of our good girlfriends. And then, hi cat. Hi, cat. Sorry, guys, he's down here meowing. Then our parents decided that we needed a bigger house and that the houses in Ra'anana were too expensive for us. So they started looking all over Israel, anywhere. and they ended up deciding on a moshav, which is kind of like you own your land. It's not communal like a kibbutz, and you own land that your house sits on, and you can also buy fields that are adjacent to the neighborhood that you can tend. And we didn't have any fields, we just bought the house and the land. But my parents bought this house far away from where we'd been living for the last 2 years, just when I was getting used to it. And they told me at the end of the school year we'd be moving over the summer, and I was so mad because, just 2 years prior they had uprooted me to Israel, plunked me down in this town where I knew no one, and as soon as I felt good about myself, as soon as I felt good about where I was, they were going to take me away from that again. And that didn't really go over too well with me. I spent a lot of time away from the house. I packed all my stuff up pretty much right away at the end of my 9th grade year, the beginning of that summer, and I just let my parents move it for me. I kind of left the house and didn't go up north to see my new home, which is about an hour or so away from where we had been living. I didn't go up and see the house till like 3 or 4 weeks later. I lived in friends' houses and in the parks and kind of just ran wild for a lot of that summer, which I thought was really cool, and it was an amazing time in my life and really growing experience. I, learned what true hunger was and like being completely broke, but I deserved it because I refused to go home, and I, wasn't about to, because I was teaching them a lesson, although it came to nothing because at the end of it, you get hungry and dirty enough and you go home. So I'm going to end my 9th grade year there and pick up where I left off to talk about my 10th grade year, which was my last year in Israel, and of course beyond, but all in their own videos, all in due time. So I hope you guys enjoyed my throughout the years 9th grade video. Thank you so very, very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.